Hello, sports fans. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. With a small modification to the former, the servo for the nose gear door can be installed. The arm, or the control arm for the door, is pre-installed. I heard this a while back. I'm not sure who said it, but by different means do successful people achieve. And that's so true when you're building these models. Scale aircraft. We all have a different way of doing things. And in the end, we pretty much accomplish the same thing. You may wonder what this orphan piece of plywood is for. Turns out it's for the main gear door servos. It's actually pretty obvious. But they get installed on the former, and they all line up with the control arms on the main gear doors. When I first set up the wings, I was using a 5-way or 5-servo plug, and that was to service the lights, retracts, brakes, ailerons, flaps. That didn't turn out to be enough. So in the end, I removed the 5-servo plug, and now I've gone to 2 plugs. The main multi-plug there is for the controls, ailerons, flaps, retracts, and brakes. The smaller plug, and I found these online. They're very handy, and that's for the light system. You got nav, strobe, and landing lights. So there's 3 pairs there. There's a lot of wires. When I did the preliminary CG for this guy, it was about a pound heavy in the tail, or tail heavy. But I wasn't planning, my mistake, but I wasn't planning anywhere near the amount of wire that I ended up putting in this guy. It's going to be interesting to see how the weight and balance is affected now, since I put the all amazing amount of wire in here. Next up, I'll be installing the thrust tube. That has to go in first, and then the fuel and smoke tanks, and then the plumbing. I'm still waiting on the unilights. DreamWorks tells me they're hung up in customs. I'll let it go till after the new year. However, I have wired the whole aircraft for the lights. So when the unilights finally make it, I can just install them. Again, Merry Christmas, and more later.